Hi there, today's date is the 17th of May 2020. As you can see, I'm in a squatting position here, and this happened about a month ago. I discovered that when I went to get some plates out of my cupboard, I could actually squat. It's incredible. I know I've not been able to do this for many years. I've been doing DCT now for 5 months, and I've had so many incredible things that have happened in my body. The idea of doing breathing exercises and passive stretching to relax the pelvic floor is a load of crap. I'm sorry, but it is. This is what I've discovered through doing DCT. This is just some of the miracles that have happened in my body. As I mentioned previously, I stopped bleeding about 2 months into the course, and this is despite having a Botox. My anal fissure remains healed. I discovered after just 2 to 3 months into the course, I went from not being hardly being able to walk to being able to walk 7 miles, and it just became easier and easier to walk as if things were loosening up in my body. I also took my height off the off chance about 2 months ago, and my actual height was 174 centimetres. Well, it's 177.5 now. I'm actually taller. And I believe that is because as the muscles are relaxing and lengthening again, my actual posture has changed. The pelvis has probably changed position as well. I've also I'm having really deep relaxing dreams at night, whereas before I would wake up in the night like I was paralysed in my body. I believe that is probably because the nervous system was just misfiring. The potential neuralgia symptoms as well have gone down by over half now, sometimes even more than that. The spasms post defecation have really gone down as well. And what I've discovered is, obviously prior, I think I mentioned in my first video, I was using a squatty potty and it didn't seem to do anything. Whereas now I can actually squat naturally with no tension in the hips, or very little, a lot less than what there was before. That's actually relaxing the pelvic floor even more. Again, just proving that the idea of, trying to relax the pelvic floor, doing breathing exercises, passive stretching. I'm sorry, people, but you don't see animals doing passive stretching and breathing exercises, do you? And I also started the upper body course. I've had rotator cuff tendonitis in both arms for several years, and within 2 weeks of doing some of the resistance stretches for the upper body, I noticed the pain had gone in my shoulders. Not only that, but when I went to drive my car, I actually thought there was something wrong with my steering. It actually felt really loose, like a toy, and I thought, what the hell? And then I realised it wasn't my car that had changed, it was my shoulders that had changed. It just felt more loose. Another miracle that happened a couple of weeks ago, my daughter injured herself, and I had no option but to pick her up. Now, normally I wouldn't have picked her up, I would have been in pain. She's 8 years of age, and it just came natural to me, like an animal instinct, that I had it in my body to be able to lift her up. Not only did I lift her up, but she actually felt really light to me, and I felt light in my body, which was really surreal. Proving that strength isn't what we think it is. You look at bodybuilders, big biceps, and so forth. That's just insidious tension that's just built up. It's not natural. A strong muscle is actually a relaxed muscle because the sarcomeres they're not binded together. Yeah, there's just so many different miracles that have happened. And Nick Bartoletto's just put a recent video that really explains why DCT works. The best way to describe it is like, imagine you got a piece of wood, and you get a bolt and you put it through that piece of wood. Imagine that's tension that's formed in that wood that's been driven in by our lifestyles, through sports, etc. And it doesn't matter how hard you press on that bolt. You could literally have the best massage therapist in the world. You could literally break your finger. You're not really going to change it. And if you try and passively stretch that piece of wood, again, you're not really going to make much of a dent in that bolt that's constricting everything. But DCT is basically loading that piece of wood. Imagine it's loaded concentrically. It's like a piece of metal which becomes pliable as you warm that muscle up, and then eccentrically load it in the other direction, and then the sarcomeres, which really bind it together, really strong, bind it together, they start to unwind, and then that bolt starts to loosen and then it dissipates. So the muscle gains its strength through the sarcomeres that have been released, it lengthens, and not only that, it actually becomes more relaxed and you feel lighter in the body, which is really incredible. It really is. It's challenged my thoughts on a lot of things, to be honest with you. Even things like people have sciatica, for instance, you know. But the pelvic floor is literally just reacting to all this insidious tension, be it the hips, be it the hamstrings, be it the abdomen. And you know, I only recently started the abdominal work for my abdomen not long ago, because I'd had the hernia surgery 6 months ago. And within 2 weeks of doing resistance stretching for my abdomen, not only had my abdomen relaxed, and I realised just how much tension there was there, I actually felt I was breathing easier, and even again it added more to the release of the pelvic floor. So yeah, just further proof. So yeah, I just wanted to just give you a quick update, and these are the miracles that have happened so far. Okay, thank you. Bye.